Thank you for tuning into House of the Princess. It's me, Princess AV, where I'm 50% righteous, 50% ratchet. Today I'm doing a review on Belle Collective, episode 5. But before I get into it, I need you to take 1 second. Look down. I need you to press the like button for this video. And if you really like me and support me, I need you to press the subscribe button because every vote counts, okay? And if you're in love with me, go ahead and press the notification bell. And that way you'll know every time I'm online and when I post a video. All right. So thank you for doing that in advance. First thing I'm going to tell you is that this episode was very interesting. It was a little bit of a fluff episode, but of course, we always got to have some fluff episodes in order to get into the meat of things. But it really told some background issues of some of our characters, at least to me. Now, it starts off continuing where the last episode was, where we were at Latesha's brunch, and Marie and Kaylon were arguing. First of all, I said in the last video, it pissed me off the way every time they have a group function, Marie has to grandstand and act a fool. I'm going to say again, if I have any functions, my friends know not to clown, not to humbug, and not to raise their voice. I would be very embarrassed. And as a friend, I almost damn near would never invite her to anything again. Like that would really kind of piss me off. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she sat up there argued like that, that's a problem. She had her dates wrong, trying to imply that Kaylon was a white supremacist, even though that might have been in her family. She just didn't have any business doing that. And I think it was really sad that Miss Doris, the older lady, was the one who had to diffuse the situation. Letitia's guest had left. I just would have nipped that in the bud before it even escalated, okay? And I would have been mad as hell, and I would have pulled Maria and Essie to the side, and it would have been some smoke in the city once my brunch got done. In the back of my mind, I think that she let them jump on Kaylon, and she needed to jump on Marie. And I think she might be scared of her. You're not really friends, and she's scared to tell her the truth about herself. Also, it seemed like Latesha has no purpose in her life but to talk about Ferris Street. All the time is, okay, I got to get to Ferris Street. I got to get to Ferris Street. I understand she had a couple of other events and it didn't get on the board. But I would have been like, all you hoes, shut the hell up. I got something to say. That's about what I would have been at it, okay? I would have lost my cool a little bit. Now, you are not going to hijack my event, and this is going to be that. And I would be like, sorry, Miss Doris. I mean, all y'all got to shut up and shut up right now. And that's it. Now we move on to Latrice. She's sitting there with Melanie and all that, and they're talking their business about the new product line coming out for Goddess Length. And now, again, that's all well and good. I congratulate Sister Girl for going to get that money. But then Cliff comes in. Of course, every episode he has to come in the middle of a meeting or he has to interrupt something. So today he's going to take his wife out to dinner. And he mentions that her brother may have gotten married. Latrice looked really, really caught off guard. And she looked embarrassed. She looked hurt. I can't say I know how that feels, but it was really written all over her face. Like there was nothing staged about it. And she was really trying to keep it cool, especially in front of Melody. So that was like really kind of, made you feel sorry for her a little bit. Then the next scene is Letitia's house. Now her husband come back home. Now he been gone for 28 days. I mean, baby, it's a lot to unpack with that. I'm going to unpack it after I go to the next scene because I'm doing it scene by scene. But I noticed what DJ Richie Sky has been saying and Monica from All About the Tea has been saying. Now I'm looking in the back of the house. She got a kid and her house is immaculate. I'm not saying you can't have a clean house, when you have children. But baby, her house was immaculate. It's hardly nothing on the shelves. Ain't nothing in the cabinets. Kids ain't got no toys on the floor. Like, I don't think this is hardly none of these people's houses. Maybe Latrice's house. Maybe Latrice's house. But them other people, I have a hard time believing it's their house. They ain't got no clothes on the floor, no laundry, just nothing, okay? No dust. It looks like an Airbnb to me. It just really does. And the Latrice, again, she acts very affected. Like the way she talks is, oh my God, baby, I miss you so much. Here's Mercy and here's Grace. It's kind of off, but you can start to see now that she got a little bit of ghetto in her, just a little bit. Now we go back to Antoinette. This is another scene. Like they gave Marie a little bit of scene today, and they just gave Antoinette a little bit of scene today. You saw her dental practice coming into fruition. So then they give us a little forethought. We know that now they're going to have another group event in a month where she gets together the grand opening for the dentist. So we know it's not enough time really to throw events. It's a last minute event and the place is not put together. So of course I can already foresee there's going to be some type of drama ensue with that. She talked to Kaylon about the brunch and how she was treated and how she was felt. But I feel that Kaylon was not versed enough in Black culture for her to take her to that meeting. You dealing with ghetto women. If you dealing with militant women, who you were dealing with when you took her to the meeting. And Kaylon is like white. She's like one of I call them apple pie white people, where most of their friends is white. They grew up in a predominantly white arena. So there are certain things about Black culture that they just flat out don't understand because they haven't been exposed to it. And she needed to expose her to it. She needed to prep her more on militant Black culture. If she had told her some things and told her a little bit more to what expect other than networking, then I believe that she would have been better. She would have been better suited in the situation. She would have not taken the stuff personally, or she pulled her to the side. Look, these women might say something that might bother you. Don't take it personally, honey. This is just how Black people talk. She still would have been a little bit Karenish, but at least she would have been ready for it. That's all I'm saying. Now we run it back to Latesha, and you see her up in the morning and she's acting like she's busy or whatever. And again, she's got a home office with nothing on the desk, nothing but Post-it notes on the walls, no pictures, nothing. No file papers. You trying to open up a whole business. I got papers all over the place. Look, I got papers everywhere, okay? Even when I put them up. Definitely in your office, you got some paperwork going on. You got stuff on the walls for real. She looked like Candace with the Post-it notes. Now we're going to call her Post-it too. Her husband is home. I might have would have took a daggone vacation if I know my husband is only going to be home for a limited amount of time. That first day, wouldn't no work got to been done because my legs would have been at 9 and 15. He would have been humping on me and hunching on me, and I would have been tired, okay? Because Grace and Mercy would have turned into a freaking frack, okay? They would have been out. No. Your husband coming home, why ain't no food in the refrigerator? Like, that was almost staged to me, too. Why is he cleaning up? No fake vacuuming. That should have been intimate time with her and her husband, and I think she failed on that. She failed. And the fact that she opened up her mouth to tell her husband to go have a sandwich after he's been gone on the road for so long. See, this is why people sleep with your husband. And I'm not talking about her personally. I'm just talking about men, period. A lot of times when they feel they're not getting what they want or getting what they need, that's what they do. They step out. They look for other things. You know what I'm saying? And that is problematic in our society. Then they go into some other things. And she starts giving him all his head and his neck and his fingers or whatever. And she says, for the first time in my life, I ain't letting nobody, including you, stop me. You know, she was wrong. She was wrong. And it showed that she had made the decision to be a housewife, or she had made the decision to be the person that she is. And she is the person who feels as if she is lacking. That's not his fault. She married him, and this man is wanting the wife that he's used to for 17 years. And if you're going to grow and evolve and do other things, you have to prep men for that. You have to let him grow with you. He leaves and comes back, and his wife is like a totally different person. And I kind of think that's not fair to him. She's been holding all of this resentment, and that's what it is, resentment, because she feels that she has not done anything but had a baby, okay, and sit up here and wait for him to have a check to pay the bills when, he gets home. And she started throwing these brunches and stuff just to make herself feel important. And I understand. I think every woman should have something that they do, regardless of if they're a housewife or not. But I really think that she's going about it the wrong way. And she needs to communicate better with her mate. Also, I don't believe he takes her seriously yet. Like, he was just like, oh, okay, you doing your work. Okay. So what about me? And she should have had some stable work hours. I'm going to work from this hour to this hour, baby. I'll be back. In my lunch break, I'm going to take a 2-hour lunch break and give you somewhere in there, like that. Also, he said he wanted a contract. I think there's a deeper situation going on with that he's not saying, that we're not seeing on film. It's something for him to say he wants a contract. So it makes me think that he does not trust her with money as far as this business is concerned. And to me, it's almost like a prenup. And she got defensive. She said, I've been your wife for 17 years and you gonna ask me for a contract? Yes, honey. It's something about his money. He doesn't want to put it in totally without making you be accountable. And I think he's trying to keep the business out of the marriage, which you kind of can't. But I can kind of see where he's going with this, because the stuff is a little bit shaky. Maybe he just don't trust her business practices or something. And he just said that. And I kind of, it's a lot of couples that do that. Our business is our business. Our marriage is our marriage, and none of the two shall meet. So now she's saying, well, she's not going to sign a contract unless he proposes to her to renew their vows. And I think that's some of the dumbest shite ever. One does not have to do with another. Men don't really care about weddings like women do. And she says that, that would make her more secure. I think she's still holding unforgiveness for infidelities on his part. And I think that this wedding is just for show, is trying to give her some type of validation in his life. And it's like, she used the word to show his commitment to her. Honey, he's been with you for 17 years. He doesn't go to his other woman's house when he comes home after being gone for 28 days. I don't know what commitment needs to be, what other commitment needs to be. If that's commitment, as far as I'm concerned, to sit up there and listen to your loud mouth behind all that time, I think he's committed. And I think it's wrong to try to force someone to do something that they're not ready to do. It will never work the right way. And he honestly said, I think we need to talk about some things. And I just feel that she wasn't trying to hear it. Now, on to Latrice, the last scenes. They had a big memorial for her deceased brothers. You hear the background story, so you can kind of see that their family is kind of about that life. And Latrice just happened to be the one that rose above the lifestyle. Her brother that they were speaking of, he had been in jail for 9 years. I think that's the magic number. But anyway, he did a bid. And that's all she got left. And I think she's holding on to him tighter than what she needs to hold on to him. I think she needs to go to therapy. And that's why she chose Zaddy as her daddy, because she don't have people to hold on to. She's missing her father, her older brother. She's missing that that leadership and that love, and she's trying to keep it at any means necessary. And it's okay, but I think she needs to go to therapy and deal with the trauma that she has dealt with. It's obvious that she's dealing with a lot of trauma. And I'm going to fast forward, make this stuff short. Her brother Derek is very removed. I think he's hard from being in jail, and I think he's hard from not discussing his own feelings. And she approached him about being married. So essentially, he isn't married. But it got to the root of the problem where she felt that there was no communication there, because he pointed out there ain't no communication because of his current girlfriend, that they don't like his current girlfriend. And I do believe that. He said what it is. And Latrice know in her heart that that's what it is. And she said, it's not that I don't like her. I just don't like some of her ways. I'm questioning ways like what? Because you're not sleeping with her. Apparently he ain't told you nothing that she's done. It is you just don't like her. You just don't like her. And it's okay. It happens in families all the time. But that's his woman. And the family is wrong. She mentioned that his baby mama stays with her mother because she ain't got no place to go. Well, the baby would probably stay there, but for a very short time, the baby mama could stay there. But no, sis, you're gonna have to raise up out. I help you raise this child, but you got to get yourself together and get up out of here. I think that's imposing. At this point, it's imposing on his family, and it makes him uncomfortable. If Latrice got $1 million, why she ain't help this girl get no job and get her no house? I'm not saying you have to carry the family when you got money, but if you like her that much, why haven't you done that? Okay. I think that she needs to be more invited to his woman, but I think they have probably scarred that woman, and that's why she don't come around. It's awkward. Derek was right. Why is it when I come to see my family, my baby mama got to be there all the time? Sometimes I just want my own space, and the baby mama should be more cognizant of that. I don't have to be at everything. Y'all go ahead and take the baby, but it is what it is. That's just my opinion from the outside looking in, being close to situations like that. We know I'm always the ex that everybody likes, but I don't go to everything because it is awkward. Allow these people to have their own family. And lastly, in that, I also saw how I believe Latrice is a little bit fake. How she tried to hide her feelings and smile. She gives us that nervous laugh and that nervous smile. I can see kind of what Cliff was talking about, her being fake in that manner. But it is what it is. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen next week. I want to see some explosiveness. I want to see something that, come on, entertain me. I want to get to the meat and potatoes of it all, not the fakeness of it all. And when I say fake, I'm not saying the storylines is fake. I just think the women, some of them are a little bit fake and they're hiding. And it might be that this just their first season on television, and that's the way they come off. But again, I think Carlos is doing a good job with the show. I'm going to continue to watch it. And that's that. So I want to again thank you for watching. First, stop. Press the like button and then press the subscribe button down at the bottom. My name is Princess AV, and you have been watching my review of Belle Collective, episode 5, No Yams, because, honey, ain't nobody got no yams and no hams and no pams, okay? So, please subscribe and press the notification bell, and you can see all of my other videos. Thank y'all so much for watching House of the Princess. It's time for me to turn out the lights. Y'all have a good one.